Thank you for filling the void. Today's video, I want to discuss on something that is very hard for someone in my position, or possibly your position, to go through. Is denial by your parents. My whole family, for some odd reason, they think there's nothing wrong with me. They think it's all a bluff and that it just came out of nowhere. When I know that's not the case. My grandma knows that's not the case. The family even looks at my grandma as there's nothing wrong with her, but there's a lot wrong with her. Me and my grandma have been having each other's backs because we seem to be the only people in my family that are crying wolf. And I'm pretty sure we're not the only people that are experiencing this. You're not alone if you're going through this. And just look where I'm at right now, This is where I'm at. And they're constantly in denial. And to be honest, I haven't got any sleep. I've been up 24 hours pretty much. Because, I got to get up soon to go see the caseworker. And I had a lot on my brain. Because my grandma told me something when my mama was up in Illinois. And it was just kind of, it's like a trigger, man. And I'll have to talk about triggers in another video. But grandma was trying to tell my mom, Jeannie, there is a lot wrong with your son. You need to be there for him. And she was like arguing, saying, Mom, there is nothing wrong with my son. Listen, I don't even know where all this came from. Everything was fine until just recently. And that's the thing, denial. I can't stand it. I mean, when I was talking to my therapist, I was talking about all the signs, that could have been, time for the parents to step in, do your job, parents. But, my parents did the best they could. They did the best they could. I was their first kid. I ain't bashing my parents. I love my parents. The only thing I want them to do is just accept who your son is. Sure, when I was super repetitive, when I was being happy and I was super repetitive, yeah, I had to hear it. You said that 1,000,000 times. Stop. Be quiet. It's like I couldn't express my form of happiness, And as a kid, that's caused me to filter myself around my parents. And now that filter is just in my brain. Like every time I'm around my parents, there's going to be an automatic filter. And that's the thing. My parents don't know the real me because I was a recluse all my childhood. So today I'm going to make a big step in, just getting this done and over with. So what I'm doing is I'm going to put all my writings, I have them saved on a flash drive actually in my backpack. Because, those writings are a big thing to look back and see how much I've accomplished. I used to be in that mind. And I'm going to go to Walmart real quick, get some burned CDs, and I'm going to burn it on the CD. Burn just a bunch of those songs and writings I did, and let them hear what was really going through my mind. Because it's got to stop, man. I mean, they're my dang parents, man, and I've been homeless, man, and I'm struggling just to get help, I won't wish this on anybody, man. That's why I'm there for my cousin. I don't want to see him go through this, I mean, I know my parents love me, but for them to think that nothing's wrong with me, why would I go to these extremes, to prove a point? Come on, man. Be for real. But, denial by parents is something that's of the normal at times. To be honest, they don't even know they're hurting you. But you, as the person getting targeted, it does hurt you because it's almost like they're embarrassed of being around you. They're embarrassed to see the real side of you. That hurts, you know. So I'm very thankful for my grandma. But man, you know, tough times, man. But you know what? You gotta stay strong with it. You know, be the bigger person. And if you got to make that extreme move like I'm doing, show them the proof. Show them the evidence. Because, you know, I was slowly going to make it, you know, just slowly progress into everything. And I tried that. I told them some things about it at Christmas. You know, I cried. But and hugged my mom. My mom told me she loved me. But you know what? They're still in denial. So, you know, the only way that's going to really get her to do this, if I just take that full step, show her the writings. All these writings I would write every single day. Every day I had to do my daily vomiting is what I called it. Any bad thought or anything about anybody, vomited it out. Writing. I actually have a writing called Mental Purge, which is basically about what I have to do every day to keep some form of sanity. That's no way of living. It's no way of living. It was a constant battle zone, man. It was mental hell, and I did that for years, man. For years. Heck, even before the writings, you know, I was on the phone 24 hours with someone on the phone, just in case I did something stupid. And believe it or not, those people talked me out of doing something stupid at times, because I would get over emotional, oversensitive. I was just a mess. But you know, parents just thought I was normal, and that's what hurts. You know, but hopefully they come around. And hopefully, if you're in this position, hopefully yours comes around. You just got to be patient, be the bigger adult, and just wait it out. And just hope they see what's really going on. Because really, this is more responsible for the parent side, or that family member that's in denial. They got to take the responsibility. But that's the thing. A lot of people don't like taking responsibility, because they don't want to know what happened that they could have prevented. So they constantly stay in denial and live in this fabrication land in their head. But you and I know that they just got to stop living that way, because they're missing out on the real you. In my case, the real me. I can't bring out the real me around them, because my brain is already embedded. Like, I can't be as repetitive as I am with my grandma, you know. Oh man, I'm like a freaking child around my grandma. My parents, more than likely, they'll never see that. They'll never get to see how happy I get. When I get so happy, I'm literally repeating myself over and over and over and over and over, just expressing it. Now, they have seen it with the dogs. I'll tell the dogs a million times how much I miss them. That's about the only side of me that they've seen. But they've never seen me express that kind of happiness towards them. You know, it's kind of sad looking at it from a parent's perspective. But in my mind, that's all I know. Hopefully, if you're in this position, your parents come around. You just got to be patient, work with them, constantly do brief things. You know, you can actually invite them to a therapy session with you, so they can talk to your therapist about some stuff. But the thing is, with my family, they think the therapist is a liar, and they're just brainwashing my head and stuff. And, you know, even my uncle, he said, oh, therapists aren't real doctors, blah, 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 blah. There ain't nothing wrong with James. If there was something wrong with James, he wouldn't be able to move or something like that. That's what my whole family thinks. Think this is all just a big old cry wolf conspiracy. Which is sad because they know schizophrenia and autism runs high in our family. So for them to just sugarcoat it, it's like they're embarrassed of that side of the family almost. Anyway, you need to take a patient, work with them, give subtle hints, or you can take it my route. Just go for that dang extreme. Give them the writings. Let them read how much they want. Let them hear how much they want. That's why it's important to journal. Without this journal, without the music I wrote, without any of that stuff that I wrote, I would have no solid proof to attempt to wake my parents up. That's all I want, though. Just acceptance from my parents. Anyway, guys, hope this helps someone out there in this predicament. It is a very bad predicament that I wouldn't wish on anybody. And you're loved. I love you. And you need to stay strong. Stay strong for yourself. Stay strong for me. You'll feel better at the end of the day, knowing that you still have your dignity. Don't argue with them about it. Arguing is a waste of energy. Just remember that. Arguing is a form of negativity. And being in denial is a form of negativity. That's why I've been so much more positive since I've been kicked out of the house in the first place. Because that whole house was negative. Anyway, guys, thank you for filling the void today. Got some work to do. Going to be running on 24 hours. How in the world am I going to do that? I have no idea. But I'm out. Peace.